and urges those delegations to work with the United Nations for the implementation of a payment plan suitable to their circumstances. This is crucial for prudent fiscal management of the organization. Turning to the budget for peacekeeping operations, my delegation has noted with concern the high percentage of unpaid contributions. We appeal to member states to pay their peacekeeping contributions in full and on time to stem the current liquidity problems facing peacekeeping operations. Mr. Chair, Guyana remains disposed to constructively engage on any proposal by the Secretary General that will see an improvement in resource management and consequently the liquidity situation. We are committed to working with fellow member states to improve the financial stability of the organization and to improving the predictability in the timing and amount of collections. I thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear sister, for this very important statement. I give the floor now to the distinguished representative of Morocco, my distinguished colleague. You have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. At the outset, I would like to express my deep thanks to Mrs. Catherine Pollard, Undersecretary General for Management Strategy, Policy and Compliance, for the very well-detailed presentation provided on October 9th on the financial situation of the United Nations. We commend her strong leadership at the level of the Central Department in the UN functioning. Mr. Chair, the durability of the United Nations financial situation depends on the contributions of member states to ensure the United Nations can fulfill its mandate tasks. Morocco would like to express its support to the efforts and proposals of the Secretary General of the United Nations to this end. The proposals made by the Secretary General serve indeed our common agenda to help accelerate implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals and build a more inclusive, networked and effective multilateralism for the 21st century. Mr. Chair, in terms of predictability, as highlighted by the Secretary General, there is a need for continued effectiveness of the entire UN development system by securing sufficient and predictable funding. Mr. Chair, the Kingdom of Morocco fully shares the concerns of Mrs. Catherine Pollard, Undersecretary General for Management Strategy, Policy and Compliance, about the ongoing liquidity crisis of the United Nations organization in relation to the regular budget. This is in the timing and amount of collections is critical for managing the organization's cash outflows and planning spending properly and safely without risk of payments default. Mr. Chair, we welcome the proposals of the Secretariat, particularly the continued investment in sustainable development with an increase of $4 million for programs in the development pillar. These guidance proposals suggest a shift towards new skills, including in the areas of data and innovation, in line with UN 2.0. We believe that the strong proposals made by the Secretary General offer adequate solutions and opportunities to address the current financial situation. Mr. Chair, we are all aware that the best solution to address the liquidity problem is for all member states to meet their financial obligations in full and in a timely manner. In this regard, we fully share Mrs. Pollard's call. My country, the Kingdom of Morocco, has fully paid its engagements, is one of 111 member states that fully engaged in tribunal assessments at 30 September 2023. Morocco is also one of 137 member states that fully paid regular budget assessments at 30 September 2023. Mr. Chair, on collective level, I would like to reiterate my delegation's full readiness and commitment to continue to work constructively towards addressing the financial situation of the organization. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear sister, for this very important statement. I give the floor now to the distinguished representative of China, my distinguished colleague. You have the floor.
Mr. Chair, the Chinese delegation wishes to thank Ms. Pollard, USG for Management Strategy, Policy and Compliance, and Mr. Ramanathan, ASG and Controller for introducing the financial and liquidity situation of the UN. We align ourselves